Life is Strange is the second game from Don't Nod Entertainment. It was first released episodically over 2015. I didn't hear about this game when it first came out, but I came to hear about it through word of mouth, and having played it recently, I'm sad that I didn't play it sooner. It's one of the best games I've ever played and had a real emotional impact on me. Life is Strange is set in the small Oregon town of Arcadia Bay. You play as Max Caulfield, an 18-year-old girl who's returned to the town after moving away 5 years ago. Max has come back to Arcadia Bay in order to attend the photography program at the prestigious Blackwell Academy. At the outset of the game, a traumatic experience leads Max to discover that she has the ability to rewind time. Shortly after this discovery, Max is reunited with Chloe Price, her estranged childhood best friend. Max and Chloe are polar opposites, where Max is cautious and awkward, constantly worrying about what others think of her. Chloe is a reckless free spirit who doesn't care what other people think and acts recklessly. Together, the two friends attempt to solve the mystery of a missing girl in the town using Max's time manipulation power. The story is the main selling point of this game. It covers a number of different and difficult themes, such as first relationships as well as darker themes. These subjects are covered with dignity and respect. Max and Chloe are both three-dimensional characters with well-written personality traits. By the end of the game, I was completely invested in both characters and really did not want anything to happen to either of them. Their relationship is one of the best in recent gaming history, with neither character falling into the trope of being an annoying person in distress. The supporting characters are also well written. Many are polarizing. I've seen many people with completely different feelings about the same character. There are some that you will hate, others that you will love. However, most of the characters have a layer of depth to them. They have reasons, often quite emotional ones, for their behaviour, and by the end of the game, I found myself sympathising with some characters that I outright hated at the beginning. Despite the good character writing, there are occasionally moments in the dialogue that frankly feel like they were written by someone imagining how a teenager would talk, with little to no experience of how they actually talk. The gameplay is Telltale-esque, with you moving around the world, inspecting items, and talking to different characters, in order to gather hints to help you with your investigation. The unique selling point comes in the form of Max's rewind power. Using this power, Max can rewind a small amount of time at any point. This can be helpful if you, the player, make a mistake you would like to fix. But Max can also use the information she has gained on previous run-throughs to change the outcome of conversations and steer things in the direction that she wants them to go. This power can also be used to affect the surrounding environment as well and can be used to solve various puzzles. The way you are taught to use and develop these powers is done very well in the early sections of the game. Infamous bottle collecting mission aside, you, the player, discovers these powers at the same time as Max herself. Therefore, you learn to use them as she does. This mostly takes the form of her and Chloe experimenting with them, seeing the limits of Max's power. You will want to use these powers frequently if, like me, you want to see every possible outcome to your decision before you commit to them. This is important because the choices you make in Life is Strange have real consequences. The things you say and do to characters will affect the way they treat you and the dialogue choices that you get later in the game. I really had to stop and think of what I wanted to do as the game progressed. This is not something that I normally do in games. The last decision in particular had me looking at my TV for a good 2 or 3 minutes before I could make a decision. These decisions also lead to what, for me, was one of the most interesting parts of the game. The game was originally released in an episodic format, and at the end of each episode, you can see the global statistics for what the other people who played the game did. I found comparing my choices to everyone else's fascinating. This also showed me the areas and decisions in the game that I had missed and gave me the urge to replay the game so that I could find those sections. Life is Strange has a unique graphical style that is all its own. It puts me in mind of a watercolor painting. It's a beautiful style that still looks good years later. There are a few graphical hitches in the game, though, such as the occasional piece of poor lip syncing, even characters talking without moving their lips. The sound design in this game is really good. The voice acting is top notch, with really great performances from the two main voice actresses. The music is also really amazing, with a collection of music that perfectly accompanies the scenes in the game. It is one of the few times where I would consider buying the soundtrack to a game. To sum up, Life is Strange is a game with an absolutely amazing story, one that had me thinking about it a long time after I finished the game. The characters are well written and acted. I'm sad that it took me so long to get around to playing it, and I do believe it is one of those games that everyone should play.